Hello, my name is Rich Howard, owner of Architectural Builder Supply. In this video is to bring you a closer look at the National Guard products 184QA. This is perimeter gasketing. This material is going to be used to weather strip a door. And it's a combination of an aluminum holder and then typical Q-Lon style weather stripping that you always see, with the exception of rare instances where it's attached to a holder, in wood frames that have been kerfed. Well, some hollow metal frames too, actually. There are manufacturers that make hollow metal or steel frames with a kerf that this material is used in. But it's wood frames with a kerf where you're always going to see this. Now, this is what it looks like when it comes. When you tighten it down with the screws and you draw that tight, it's going to flatten out like this, which is exactly what the picture looks like when you're seeing it in the computer. Okay. The holder is available in A for clear anodized aluminum, B for brass color, it's just a gold anodized finish, and then DKB for dark bronze anodized. The Q-Lon is always going to be the same color, which is a brown color. Indeed. I don't know what the... It's called brown. This is the very, very, very common color that you're going to see for the Q-Lon. There is an image below this video showing the important dimensional properties of the item. Let's go over that now. So what you have is what looks to be 1.5 inches overall. And it's, not exactly compressed down like you would have in a normal installation, but per the drawing, you're going to be 1.5 inches from the back side here to where the lip or the reach of the Q-Lon is. Then it'll be 9/16 tall. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Available in not only those different finishes, but plenty of different lengths as well. The balance of this information is, we've talked about the color, the size, what it's called, projection, 5/8 projection of the material alone, 7/8 and then 5/8. Q-Lon is excellent because it's incredibly effective. You get a very large surface area, okay, impervious basically to ozone, ultraviolet, fatigue. This material, I've had a set of this installed on a door here for 10 years. It looks like the day I put it in, is the bottom line. Very easy to replace. This could easily come out. You can buy replacement Q-Lon. I don't know how long this exact size, shape, manufacturer has been making this reach of Q-Lon. Once you know it's Q-Lon, then the only thing you have to know is what's the reach, the length. 5/8 is the answer. This stuff has been the same for as many decades as I've been involved in the door industry. So future-proof is what I'm trying to say. This material is specifically recommended for areas using FM200 or halon fire suppression systems. That's got everything to do with the inserted material and is excellent in its resistance to heat, cold, air infiltration, and smoke infiltration testing. Several lengths, as I mentioned earlier, from 2 foot to 8 foot for sure. If you have need for a custom length, by all means, let us know by ordering the next longest piece or pieces and simply indicate in the comment field what length you'd like for us to cut the material back to. Now, the reasoning is if you had to take this 3-foot piece and cut it back to, say, 32-inch, you'd eliminate that slotted hole that's there, and the next one's all the way over here. And speaking of that slotted hole, screws are included. Just typical 6x3/4 sheet metal screws in a complementary finish. The key with ordering a special length is this. We'll give you the slotted hole at the proper distance from the edge in those instances, and the center to center correctly as well, based on the length. The idea with weather stripping is to get it to make the best correct contact with the face of the door as possible. The slotted hole allows you to tailor the material when installed on the frame to the face of the door, helping compensate for a variety of conditions. First of all, installation error. That drill bit has a tendency to walk a little bit before it pierces in if you've not used a center punch, so it helps compensate for that. But a sill that's not level, maybe a door that's not plumb, the jambs are kicked in or out, or there's something that's towed in or out, all of that can conspire to make installation a challenge. And a warped door will help make it difficult as well. And that's one reason why people will like this longer reach, because you can get it to stand off your 5/8, and you can get it to compress down a lot or less should you have a little belly in the door. You know, that sort of concept as well. The slotted holes help compensate for those conditions. So if you ordered a custom length, not that it's a challenge really to cut this, it's not. Drilling a slotted hole is a little bit different though. However, you will have to pre-drill through the backer, the rigid backer of the Q-Lon. This is just held on with adhesive until you screw it down. You'll have to drill it through so you can actually tailor it quite well. Now, I've had people also use this material for window installations. There's a restaurant that's got a set of windows on an exterior wall, let's say on the street. There's a patio or whatever the case might be. They like to open the windows up in the summer. In the winter, they're going to close that down. This material is quite effective in helping seal those openings. Okay, and it's fairly attractive as well, or at least not unattractive. The name National Guard is synonymous with all things weather stripping related. First, there's a link below this video to a document called Product Brochure that will allow you to see the 184Q material, references to the different finishes, the part number for the Q-Lon itself, should you have a wood frame, or far less commonly a hollow metal frame where you need that alone. And then you've got some areas on that same page that show the more common, the incredibly common traditional weather stripping. Then there's a link below this video to the manufacturer's page where you can pull up not only all the National Guard products that we sell, but more helpfully is just a link to the product catalog where you can review not only perimeter gasketing, but thresholds, door sweeps, material made of aluminum, stainless steel, architectural bronze. The name National Guard products is synonymous with weather stripping, and if you have more than an occasional need for it, by all means, familiarize yourself with that catalog. It's only a matter of time before a reference to National Guard would come up anyway. If you have any questions on the National Guard 184QA, Q-Lon style aluminum holder, perimeter gasketing, or any other National Guard product, please feel free to reach out to us. Thank you.